he said something along the lines of, "That'll give us the tail of the tape right there."
Mm.
See, that's a phrase I wouldn't have understood. And here's the thing: I've read that book before. I was listening to the audiobook, and I've read the book before, and that phrase didn't stick in my head because I thought I'd never heard it before when you brought it up to me. But then when you brought it up, now it's been nagging at the back of my head ever since. And so anytime I hear it now, it's gonna, register with me. And so there you go.
Cue the messenger, planting seeds.
Cue the messenger, planting seeds. Thank you, sir.
Seeds.
Yeah, anytime I can learn a new word or a phrase, the tail of the tape.
It's nice to see a child being born.
I do,
Just leave it at that.
Growing in front of people.
Growing in front of people. Oh, man, it feels good to be back.
It does feel good to be back.
Back in the hot seat.
I'm back in the saddle again.
Back in black. My boy Ozzy done damn kicked the bucket. You saw that?
Died, man.
Oh, man, Ozzy done kicked the bucket.
The world is somehow a brighter and yet dimmer place now that Ozzy's gone. Love some Ozzy, man.
Malcolm Jamal done died.
Malcolm Jamal died?
Drowned,
he drowned, right?
Say he drowned. Young, 54?
54, yeah.
Because when I first saw it, I was like, damn, I wonder how he died. I'm thinking, natural causes.
Yeah.
You call drowning natural cause. I mean, you stop breathing.
Yeah, you fall into the water.
And they say the current was too strong. And that's a hell of a way to go.
Drowning seems like, damn, man.
Drowned.
If you could choose how you die, the method by which you die, what would it be?
Probably my sleep. No, or just,
like a heart attack in your sleep or whatever?
Bedside, family surrounding me.
Oh, yeah, you want the whole...
I want my whole family to just see me go. I can say bye, a legit bye.
Would you fuck with them a little bit? Would you, hold your breath for a while?
Knowing me, probably so.
I got you.
Still here, motherfucker. You ain't get that buddy just yet. That'd be a cool way to go, though. Old age would be, I guess, the ideal way to go. Old age.
You know what Bob Dylan said? It's better to burn out than to fade away.
What's that quote? I won't go peacefully into the night or some shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't. It's.
I can't think of it, Shane.
Do not go. I don't know it. I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
Exactly
for sure.
If you out there listening, y'all drop what I'm trying to say.
You know what we're talking about.
You know what I'm trying to say. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know.
Do not go quietly into that dark night or something like that.
Go quietly into the dark night. Yeah, I'm not going quietly.
Yeah. I want to go out with it.
I'm gonna try to hang on as long as I can.
Listen, man,
I'm gonna be a stubborn motherfucker.
I like the way Ozzy did it.
Just can't kill him. How'd he do it?
2 weeks ago he put on a huge concert.
No, he went out.
You didn't know this?
No, he was still performing.
I guess if you're not an Ozzy fan, no, not really.
I mean, I like Ozzy.
He's been in rehab for the last 6 years. He's had Parkinson's.
So he knew he was on his last.
He knew he was on his last legs. Yeah, he definitely knew he was on his last legs.
Okay.
He performed sitting down. He stood up a couple of times, but you could tell it was all he could do to stand up. But he performed sitting down, and his voice was definitely not the Ozzy that you remember.
I mean, he's 67, 68.
And bad with Parkinson's and some other complications. You know what I'm saying? But that was 2 weeks ago. It was the last. They billed it as the last time ever that Black Sabbath would get together.
And it was.
And it was, for sure. Yeah. He performed from a giant black throne. And, I mean, okay, maybe I'm probably a bigger Ozzy fan,
he
but
died a rock star.
He died a rock star.
He died a rock star all the way.
Look, Ozzy did it.
Wow.
His whole life. He did it.
Rock star.
Co-founded Black Sabbath when he was 19 and then stayed, amazing. What an amazing life.
Died doing what he loved.
Died doing what he loved with his family around him. Apparently Sharon and them were there. I wonder if he arranged it. Or I wonder if he just felt like he'd done what he needed to do and he just let it happen. Sometimes you just give up.
Yeah. Just let it go.
Yep.
Just let it go. I don't think
Prince of Darkness.
I think it'd be hard for me to let it go. I mean, I'm saying that now, but who knows what you're feeling like when you're that age.
Yeah. And he's had 6 tough years, man.
Those complications, you probably really just ready to let it go.
I think he's
you get tired. I done held on long enough.
I think he built the whole thing up to have that last Black Sabbath reunion concert.
Can you subconsciously tell your body it's time?
I think you can.
When you get to that point.
I think you can.
The people that do it, they dead. They can't come back and be like, yeah, I told myself it was time.
Right.
Or I knew I could have went a little bit longer if I wanted to, but I just took that last
but I think
breath
there's
and
a lot of
just
examples of
let it go.
people that, that something happens that's an obvious milestone and they feel like they've, wait until Uncle Bobby gets here, just hold
and
out.
they
He's
hold
coming,
on until they get there.
Get to see Uncle Bobby, and that was the
That is
last
true.
one, and then they're gone or whatever.
That's true. Okay, hey, wait a little bit longer. He's on the way. He's on the way. I want to see so and so.
There's a point where mental toughness. How much are you willing to? Yeah, I think there's something to that.
It is so.
Remember Johnny Cash? Died just a few months after June died?
The Man in Black.
And he sang that cover of "Hurt" by 9 Inch Nails, and died within just a few weeks of making that cover. It was the last song he recorded. A lot of
examples of that too. Couples, one died, then the next within weeks.
Within weeks,
the next one go like, shit.
I'm done.
My best friend's gone. Well, I don't got nothing else.
My grandmother on my
let it go.
Dad's side, when you'd go visit her for probably 10 years before she died, you'd be like, "How are you, Granny?" She'd be like, "I'm just waiting to die." Like, hey,
I mean, who would she say that to?
Me.
Were you a kid at the time, or you?
No, I was a young adult.
Okay,
20s.
I'm just waiting to die.
Just waiting to die, and I'm like,
and how long she lived?
Oh, I mean, from that point, good long time. She was 90.
She waited a long ass time to die.
Yeah, her husband, my grandfather, died before Jessica and I met.
Wow.
So,
Granny waited a long time.
Yeah, no, she's been gone now for probably maybe 5 or 6 years, something like that. I just never was close. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would send me a card on Christmas with a check for $20, and then when I didn't cash it, she would tell my mom to call me and be like, "Cash that check from your granny." I'm like, "I don't need the $20. Cash it anyways." And she wasn't worried about money. She had plenty. Right. I don't know how much plenty is, but plenty. She wasn't worried about anything. So I don't know. It was just I was never close to him growing up, and so never was close to him when I was an adult.
Did she leave your mom a lot of money?
That's my dad's mother.
Dad, mom?
But yeah, they left them whatever, I don't know how they did that.
Property, money.
There were an
inheritance.
My dad's got a brother and a sister, so I guess they probably split whatever they had between the three of them. I don't know.
Oh.
They sent me a check for $3,000. So yeah.
I love to get a check for $3,000.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
After the fact, after Granny.
Yeah.
Did whatever she did.
Yeah.
Waiting to die. Died.
Yeah. She finally passed on. Just, old age, I guess. They probably call it
90-something years old.
She was 90-something.
Old as hell. Yeah, it's time to go.
Yep. But it just, I hope when I'm 70 or 80 and I'm sitting on however much money, like she wasn't yacht money, private jet money or whatever, but she could have afforded to travel, for instance, seen a few things, done a few things or whatever. And she.
But at 90, you ain't doing nothing like that.
Some people are.
No. Not at 90.
Yeah, maybe not.
90 years old.
She sat there for a long time.
Yeah, you said
she sat there for a long time. Somewhere. And even before that, when my grandfather was alive, I remember as a young man one time asking my grandfather, like, you guys could, be traveling around and doing stuff or whatever. And he's like, I guess I've seen all the world I really wanted to see. Okay. I mean, hey, look, everybody's,
whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
But it doesn't make for interesting conversation at all. No. Like, okay.
I mean, you greet him over. I'm just waiting to die. I mean,
yeah.
How much interesting can that conversation go?
Crazy.
Hey, you ready?
She had an old Buick Roadmaster. You remember the old Buick Roadmasters? And then for a few years in the early 90s, for like 2 or 3 years, they came out with another one. Big old boat of an old person drive it to bingo. You know what I'm talking about. She had one. It was a cool old car, just because it looked, it's the last of an era of big old round, bubbly looking old people boats,
Was it the station wagon version?
No, hers was the sedan version.
The sedan version, okay.
Humongous, big buttons, for old people to get on it. It was a cool old car. And I remember complimenting on her car and like, "Granny, that's just a cool car you got out there. I really love it." She's like, "What, do you want me to put it in the wheel for you?" No, I want you to get out and drive that sucker,
Damn. Granny sounded like she had no joy.
And when she died, the estate.
She was a killjoy.
Yeah. You go talk to her and
you be like, fuck.
Yeah. So I got where I never really went much.
Yeah, you get depressed talking to her.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, Granny.
Yeah, when she passed on, the estate reached out to me and wanted to know if I wanted to buy that car. I did not.
Do you want to buy the car?
Do I want to buy
Granny
the car?
Granny could have gave me the car.
Yeah.
She don't need it. No. Do you want to buy the car?
I didn't know her well enough, so.
What do you think they would have sold it for?
I think I heard they got $3,500 for it. Which is,
I don't want to buy the car.
Yeah, I don't know. So
old hag should have gave it to me.
Are we live and on time and ready to rhyme and all that?
I think so.
I think we're holy smoke-a-rolla.
We rolling?
We rolling.
Let's roll.
Rolling. Keep this podcast rolling. Roll on. Roll tide. Oh, listen. Roll.
That was the Blues Brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Blues.
Oh, that shit was great, was it not?
That shit was great.
Well, let's do an intro.
I think,
and then just keep on talking. I think we're past time.
Introduction, Shane.
Mr. Producer Man put intro time up on the computer over there where I could see it. And then he kind of made it move around a little bit. Like,
Come on.
Now it's dancing like a stripper on a pole. I don't know what he's got going on. Coming to you now from that 86 Kids studio deep in the heart of underground Huntsville, Alabama. Here with my co-host Q, the messenger. Our illustrious producer, Kevin the Boss Man Richardson.
Hey.
My name is Shane the Brain, and this is Vendor Chronicles. Let's go. Woo.
Let's go. Shane, man, it's good to be back in the seat with you.
Thank you, sir.
You just
good to be here.
You're just spewing wisdom.
I don't know
just
about
look
that.
At you
spewing something out.
Sitting over there, all wise, like Gandor from the Lord of the Wings or something.
Lord of the Wings,
minus the hair, minus the locks. But
I never saw the movie, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. You just.
He must have been one hell of a handsome fellow. That's all I can say. He must have been
exuding wisdom. I can't wait to hear some of it.
Thank you, sir.
For this episode, I think I'm just gonna listen this episode.
Man, listen, I could probably
let you cook.
It's been an eventful week.
I'm gonna ad lib here and there, just let you cook. I'm gonna throw something out there. You got a lot to tell us.
Prod the cow.
You got a lot to get off your chest.
Wow. It's been an interesting week.
Or am I just talking out the side of my neck?
Well, that too, of course. But isn't that what we do?
That's
our stick right there.
That is the style.
We just say some shit and see what sticks. If it's bullshit, I'm gonna get called out on it, right? No, we just got back from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Okay.
Went up there to do the Ann Arbor State Street Art Fair. Maybe
that's a mouthful.
It had a whole name.
Ann Arbor State Street.
It's in Ann Arbor on State Street, and it's an art fair.
Art fair. Okay.
So I think that might be the name of it.
How many years has it been running?
Over 50.
Oh, wow.
It's a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's right on the campus or like right on the fringes of the campus of UNM.
Like a legacy market.
University of Michigan.
Almost. Yeah, like
definitely a legacy market.
Wow.
Oh, for sure. Been going around a long time.
Okay.
I mean, we took a chance driving to Ann Arbor, Michigan for it, so we did our due diligence. Shout out Jessica Knox.
Shout out Jessica Knox.
Jessica found this show, brought it to my attention, did all of the research.
Oh, man.
Handed me the research and said, I think we need to do this. I took a look at it and said, I can't possibly imagine why we wouldn't try this. Let's make a choice. And so she booked it. She does all that for the business anyways. Right. But it was a success. I'll say that right off the bat. It was a successful show, and it wouldn't have happened had Jessica not gotten out there and beat the bushes. And, it's like, wow, that brings me back to a whole nother rant. I saw a post not too long ago on one of the, like North Alabama vendor Facebook page or whatever. And it was some person ranting and raving about, these vendor space fees are so high and they don't refund your money if it doesn't rain. And how's a person supposed to make any money at this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen. Do your research, find the right places to go, make a product that people want at a price that you can afford to sell it for and that they want to pay. Pound the streets, bust your tail, and maybe you'll break even. And then work a little bit harder so you got a little something left over for your family. Otherwise, bitching on Facebook is not going to get anything for you.
No.
For sure. You got to get out there and get moving. So shout out Jessica Knox, finding the fair up in Michigan. I'm going to call it that.
The art fair.
The art fair the Ann Arbor Art Fair. That's what I'm going to call it. The Ann Arbor Art Fair. Yeah, she did all the legwork and found this show, and it was fantastic. And we had a whole family adventure.
Wow.
Listen, man, let me just tell you about getting there because my friend was laughing at me. Turns out a vendor friend of mine who goes to Yellow Daisy also was at this same show, and it was his first time there as well. So that was kind of cool.
Where is he traveling out of?
He's from Taylorsville, Georgia. We talked about him on the podcast.
Okay.
Remember Taylorsville? Sign on the front and the back says, welcome to Taylorsville.
Welcome to Taylorsville.
That's where this cat's from. So I saw him up there. I don't remember his name. What's up, Bowl Turner guy? You're my man. But anyways, he was like, when did y'all come in? I said, man, we came in. So the show was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You set up on Wednesday. And then the show was open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which is a different way to do it. Usually there's a Sunday in there. And I think we would have done well on Sunday here. But anyways, that's the way it was. So we drove up. We got to set up Wednesday between 10 and 12. That's our allotted time frame. We got to be there between 10 and 12. A.M.
Okay.
Michigan time.
Michigan
They're
time.
an hour ahead of us.
They're Eastern.
Correct. And we're Central.
Eastern time. Okay.
Yeah, they're on Eastern time and we're on Central. So we got to factor in that. And Google says it's a 10-hour drive. So we left out Tuesday night around 9:30, I guess, and drove all night.
Drove through the night.
And rolled up actually 30 minutes early for our load-in appointment. So we had to wait just a few minutes to get in there. And then, drove all night. Got out of the van at the venue, unloaded all of our stuff, set it up the way we would always set it up on the night before.
Okay.
I don't set up all the shelves and everything. And then left out and went and found our hotel room. It was a long drive.
What hotel y'all stay?
It was a little suite at one of the, I can't remember, it was by Marriott, one of the Marriott affiliates.
Was it nice?
It was nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a nice
breakfast.
Room. Better than a continental breakfast. They had a good breakfast. Yeah, they had a good breakfast at the place we stayed up there.
They had a waffle maker?
They had a waffle maker.
Yeah, that's a damn good breakfast.
They had fresh eggs.
That's how I judge all breakfast. If you got a waffle maker, okay.
They got the waffle maker.
Yeah.
They got 4 different kinds of cereal. Madeline had Fruit Loops for the first time in her life. They had fresh fruit. They had yogurt. They had a hot bar with eggs.
Sausage links, patties or whatever.
Yeah, some kind of eggs, some kind of meat, some kind of potatoes.
Protein, egg,
and then they had another. It was a 4-bin hot bar, and the other one always had stuff to make a burrito with, like some pulled pork and different things, and then tortillas where you could roll up a burrito for. I mean, it was for a hotel, especially for what we paid for it.
Wow,
I was pretty impressed with the breakfast.
Okay,
and the coffee was good too. So yeah, they had a nice indoor pool with a hot tub, so we took Madeline swimming. She loved that. She liked the hot tub more than anything. I'm like, I don't think babies are supposed to be in the hot tub for too long, but she was loving it, and she was. Yeah.
She's 2 years old now.
Going from the hot tub back to the cold pool.
She could take adult medicine at 2 years old.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Lower dosage, but you could take the adult stuff now.
Yep. Well, we got up there Wednesday. We finally got to our room, and I was beat.
Yeah, you did all the driving.
Did all the driving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
And so I'm like, man, I got to just lay down for a minute, but we got Madeline to lay down for a nap. And so I laid down when she did, and Jessica probably laid on the bed for a little while, but I got an hour or so sleep, which is, that's a big, get you an hour of sleep. You're good till dinner time. You'd be all right then. So we, just kind of did the things. We had a full kitchen.
We're still on Wednesday.
Yeah. We had a full kitchen. So we went to the local grocery store and picked up milk and eggs and, so you can cook a few things. But the show was 11 hours long.
Every day.
Open to the public.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 11 hours.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Open at 10 a.m., close at 9
3 hours
PM.
right there. That's damn near.
The hotel was about 20 minutes away.
Nice little part-time job.
So by the time you get up in the morning and drive down there, there wasn't much time for cooking. We ended up going to Cracker Barrel and, come on.
Right.
But yeah, Thursday morning, and it's wild when you go to a new show and it's out of town and you have significant money tied up in it between travel, Oh, and you know what? Let me go ahead and say it now. The trailer park van, old Big Betsy, whatever you want to call her. I don't have a real name for her. Alexa. She ran like a top. I mean, smooth.
There and back.
Had no problems. Never a stutter. Never.
What year is that van?
1994. Shout out that 318 Dodge. Yep. Cranking up good every time. 1,456 miles on the clock.
Golly.
Yep.
What was your MPGs on that bad boy, Shane?
Just under 15.
Okay.
14 point something.
I mean, for the size of that van, the age, that's really not bad.
You can't hardly, yeah.
You know,
hard to complain. I kept it around 70 miles an hour.
Brand new trucks are not even getting that.
Oh yeah.
To this day, you know,
I wouldn't want to.
That's not bad.
I wouldn't want to have to pull a trailer with that too much. I think you'd have to pull that out of overdrive, so you'd probably get single digits. I'm sure pulling a trailer, but I mean 14 is not terrible.
No,
still probably cost at 14 miles per gallon. Do the math. That's what 100 gallons of gas.
Okay,
so however much per gallon I was paying.
So, any surprise and chagrin while you were there?
Man, I got to be honest. No, this was a cool show.
I was surprised from what you sent me.
Oh, from the pictures I sent you?
The picture you sent me, I was like, they do exist.
So
that's all I can say. Like, damn.
Well, let's address it then.
Okay.
Ann Arbor's a college town. Always been a very left-leaning place.
Liberal.
Ann Arbor, Michigan. Yeah, it's the blue spot in a mostly red state.
Blue spot, a mostly red state. Okay.
I would think.
Okay.
If you saw a county map, there's a lot of redness in Michigan.
Blue spot of a mostly red. I think that might be. Go again with your what I said earlier with your infinity for alliteration.
Infinity for alliteration. It's a blue spot in the red state. I should be a commentator. I miss my calling.
Alliteration.
Dude, I swear, with the light just the way it is hitting your hat, you look just like 50 Cent. I don't know what it is. I've been looking over there at you for a minute going, you look just like 50 Cent.
I wish I'd had 50 Cent.
Some of it might be, here's the fact.
Golly.
Michigan is ahead of its time in one way, in that cannabis was legalized for recreational use quite some time ago, years ago. And they've got a well-run machine as far as distribution. Come on, guys, get with the times. Everybody does some kind of drug, whether it's your coffee in the morning, the ibuprofen for your aches and pains, the antidepressant that your doctor's got you on because you don't want to exercise, or the Ambien you take to go to sleep at night.
Okay.
We're all doing a little something to get us by. Not to mention the few drinks you had at dinner just to make it so you could stand being around your in-laws or whatever it is. We all got something just to get by.
Okay.
Cannabis is the safest something that's ever been known to man. That's probably some bullshit right there, but it's super safe. You're not going to die from it. You'd faster die from drinking too much coffee than from ingesting too much cannabis. So why not, make it clean so you know what you're getting.
Is this a PSA?
This is a PSA.
Okay.
Why don't we know what we're getting? It's the equivalent of bathtub gin back in Prohibition.
A PSA, public service announcement, coming to you from Shane Knox.
Shout out Michigan for being forward thinking. And it's a beautiful state. So,
okay,
this was a huge show.
Okay,
as far as vendors, this is the biggest that we have ever attended. They advertise 1,000 vendors for sure. Yeah, this is twice the size of the Yellow Daisy event that we do in Atlanta. Yeah, without a doubt, this is humongous. They advertised that there's 1,000 vendors.
It had the crowd for its size.
Crowds to handle it.
To handle its size. Okay.
Yep, for sure had enough crowds to handle the size. Yeah.
Now, are these all local people mostly, or were people coming from all over to attend this show?
All over. Yeah. Like I don't know.
I'm talking customer from a customer
standpoint. Yeah, they're coming from all over Michigan and Northern Ohio for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Dayton, Cincinnati's 5 hours away, 4 hours away. Cincinnati's 4 hours away. That'll come back full circle.
Okay.
Detroit's not far away. Lansing, and then all the small places, Ypsilanti, Pontiac. Michigan's got some cool. Michigan's a cool state, both in temperature in coolness. Michigan's a cool state.
Never been.
Yep. Detroit has always been an interesting.
How far are you from Detroit? We're in Ann Arbor. Man, I'd have
are
to
they
look close?
On a map. Yeah, they're. I mean, within easy drive. You could drive over and go to the festival. Probably from Detroit. Don't quote me. I think about an hour and a half.
Oh, okay, not bad at all.
Might even be a tad bit close. Yeah, you're pretty close to a bunch of good stuff here. You're within driving distance of Chicago. Okay. Chicago might be 2 hours away.
Okay. Never been to Michigan.
Michigan's a nice state. Yeah. Michigan's separated into two different states: the Upper Peninsula and the main.
The UP.
The UP, the Upers. Yeah.
The Upers. Now I have heard that term. The UP and the lower people.
The UP is for the most part wild, like wild.
Shit, you damn near Canada up there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because I know Detroit borders Canada. I do know that. Like
Detroit
you can cross a bridge right into Canada from Detroit. I do know that they linked right there. You have a border crossing.
We've gone across that one.
Okay.
There's a tunnel somewhere. When I was a kid, we went through the tunnel underneath of whatever, I don't know. I think Lake Michigan, maybe.
What lake is Ann Arbor off of?
Lake Michigan.
Okay. Is that the big one?
Or is it Lake Huron? Dude, you know what? I'm embarrassing myself on geography.
There's 7 big lakes up there. Yeah,
there's 5 big lakes.
5? Okay, 5.
Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, and Lake Superior.
Superior might be the big one.
I think so.
It sounds like it should be the big one. The Superior.
But Upper Michigan, the peninsula of Upper Michigan, well, let me back it up. Between the Upper Peninsula and the lower part is where 2 Great Lakes meet. Lake Michigan and Lake Erie, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's a big bridge called the Mackinac Bridge.
Did y'all cross that?
Well, yeah, I've done it several times. It's a big thing up there.
Okay.
The Mackinac Bridge is a big thing. Once a year, they close it down, and you can go up there and walk across it. It's like 5 miles long. But it's in the middle of it. I mean, you can barely see land on either side. It's a long-ass bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long bridge. And people underestimate the danger. Lake Erie gets waves, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not the ocean, but it can be treacherous. You wouldn't want to go, you wouldn't want to go off right out there, and some of it is grates. So you're just driving over steel grates between you and the water. Yeah.
Don't look down.
Yeah. Well, and then when you walk it, you're walking on those steel grates.
Don't look down. Like, oh man.
But it's a pretty, it's cool country. And then when you get up in the Upper Peninsula, it's wild country.
When you say wild country,
undeveloped in most ways.
Substantiate that a little bit better.
You drive on I-75 for a really, really hours and hours, and there's nothing but very dense hardwood forest on either side of you.
Okay.
Not like a field in front of it either. Like you are driving on a road cut straight to a very dense. You wouldn't even know what you were doing to survive in there. It's
Is it a national forest?
Just undeveloped.
It's just undeveloped.
I think there's maybe some national.
They haven't made nothing out of it.
It's way up there, man. It gets super cold in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be, you got to be tough to make it through the winter up there.
Wow.
It's you're right there below Canada. Like so you keep on going north, and you'll run into Canada. It's bears and I mean it's wild
like
country.
A cool trip, man. I want to hear more about this.
It's
Ann Arbor.
It's fun. The Ann Arbor Art Fair. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I digress into the Michigan.
Let me keep you on track. I'm gonna let you tell the story that
All right. So while I'm walking around at the art fair, looking at all of the really high quality, it was a good show. It was a really good show as far as the people that were there. But they got a nonprofit area.
Okay.
And they had some religious groups, several different kind of religious groups, and then an atheist group, whatever. If you let one, you got to let everybody in, right?
That's true.
Somebody giving out free Qurans in English, sign a petition where you don't have to pay property taxes anymore, which kind of makes sense to me. We've talked about that a little bit. Like, why you got to pay? That's one that's tricky for me. You own it and you got to still pay for it. Anyways.
So you don't really own it.
But there were 2 tents. They had all the political. There were like 4 Democrat tents and 1 Republican. I don't think Republicans are very. You didn't see any MAGA hats up here.
Okay.
Not one MAGA hat did I see in the whole weekend that I was up here. But there were 2 Communist Party tents.
Yes.
Communist Party tents. One of them was the Communist Party of America, and the other one remember our boy was an abolitionist communist.
Correct.
This was revolutionary communist.
Revolutionary communist.
Kind of seems like the same thing.
When I read it as the same thing. Yeah. I read revolutionary communist, but my mind told me abolitionist communist.
I think they're they're talking about the same thing.
I read it the same way.
Yeah, I think
that's why I was like, oh, they do exist.
Yeah. This was, every time I walked by there, I only saw 1 male and 1 female. They weren't always there, but it looked like a husband and wife. Probably.
Did you talk to them?
At one point I did. That's the reason why I bring this one up. The other one I just took a picture of. The guy standing there smiling at me. I just took a picture of him, and I was waiting for him to engage me, and I was going to be like, no, I don't want to talk to you about it, man. I'm just going to make fun of you on my podcast.
That's
but
it.
He never said anything, so I never got to use my line that I was ready for.
Okay.
But the other one, look, I don't want to get into a, passionate thing with this guy, whatever.
How long did the conversation go?
Very short. I had Madeline in my arms.
Okay, you kept it short.
I kept it short. But I said, listen, a serious question. So you believe in a revolution to change our government from the capitalist democracy that it is now to communism. Yes, I do. Communism requires, it prohibits the private ownership of property. Am I right? Including businesses. And while he's hemming around about that, his wife perks up from the back and goes, "We're not talking about small businesses. We're talking about only large businesses." I ignored her because, to get into that, okay, well, what's a small business? If I buy into a McDonald's, now all of a sudden I'm the owner, and now all of a sudden my big business is going to be nationalized. Mm-hmm, what if I buy 2 of them, 3 of them, whatever it is? I'm not going to get into that with her because I wanted to get this gentleman to a specific question. And he finally said, well, for the most part, yeah. Okay. So in this country, they say there's 2.5 guns for every single citizen. Do you not think that if the government comes to take property away from individuals forcibly and give it to who they feel like is more deserving, don't you think that blood will run in the streets? And he said, I believe blood will run in the streets anyways because the people that own the big corporations also own the ability to use the weapons of mass destruction.
Okay.
This was at the point that I knew that there was no talking to this guy.
Uh-huh.
Because if you think about that, what he's saying is it's better for the government now to come in and slaughter its own citizens and forcibly take away their private property than the potential of corporate owners being able to get a hold of weapons of mass destruction and us not be able to fight back. When you think about his logic for that, it just really is, it's an almost scary logic. It's an almost scary logic. Now, this is an old guy, but how many young, impressionable people are hearing that going, yeah, it would be okay to have a government slaughter just to bring everybody into line so that we can have a stronger union later? Isn't that exactly what Hitler said? Isn't that exactly what Stalin said? Pol Pot was just a maniac. But isn't that exactly
Leopold?
What, I would love to go into it further with somebody, okay, show me an example where it's ever worked. Because it has, of course. It's working in China. Communism, how long has China been a country?
Communism is strong in China.
Communism is strong in China.
And it works.
And it works in China.
It works for them.
It works in China. It misses an awful lot, but as far as a long-term...
China's running neck and neck with us right now.
I bet we could whoop their ass in a military battle.
Oh, well, if it came to that, yes. Oh, I'm talking...
But as far as economically...
economically. I'm talking economically.
In some ways, they kind of got us by the short hairs because they're manufacturing stuff that we're not.
In our lifetime, we'll probably see them become the world power.
I'd be interested
in our lifetime.
I'd be interested to see.
But anyways, economically.
I wanted to make sure I parted with a handshake and a smile with the gentleman. So I said, okay, that's, at that point, I already know how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
That you're okay with genocide for your cause. And so, to me, that's a game changer. I'm not, I can't be on your side no matter what. I can't really listen to your opinion of how you think things should be when you believe that it's okay to commit the genocide that you would have to commit. I mean, what you going to do when they knock on your door? Your property is being reappropriated. It no longer belongs to you.
Uh-huh.
Pack up the things that you can. You have 30 minutes, and we're going to drive you downtown. No, sir, that's not your truck anymore. No, sir, that's not your business anymore. We've got a place on the 53rd floor of the high-rise downtown. You've been approved for a 2-bedroom apartment. Cue the messenger.
What I'm going to do?
What you going to do?
Hopefully my passport's still good.
No, they're at your door now. It's too late for that.
And I could, I'll skip it time.
You can't. They're at your door now.
They ain't let people leave the country either.
Communism does not allow free travel.
Shit, it's Chinese walking around everywhere, Shay.
They got limited travel.
But
Depends on how still,
and here's the biggest tours. When I went to damn Vegas, that's all you seen was Chinese people.
It also depends on...
So they still can travel.
China's communism has a capitalistic component to it. And so, look, don't anybody take what I'm spitballing, okay? But look how it worked in Russia during and before the Cold War. Completely different way, And
Red October. What the hell they had in
Not
Russia?
Red October.
Where was that? Where they had them people where like they pretty much starved to death.
A lot of people were hungry.
Yeah, they pretty much starved to death back in the early 1900s. I can't think of the name of it. Red November, some shit like that. Where they tried to take control of the food, or they said that this people, y'all are too good at growing food. So they pretty much stopped them from growing food. But then came that winter because they was trying to equal it out across the board. Hey, man, these people producing too much. They make too much, whatever. They end up all starving to death.
They didn't have enough to make it through the winter.
Didn't have enough to make it through the rim. I can't remember what.
I still
this
think
is historical. I'm kind of talking out the side of my neck because I grazed over it, and I was never a good history major. But
it still seems to me that allowing people the freedom to do their best, sink or swim, still seems like the most productive way. I agree. It just seems like it's the most productive system.
I agree. And then when you start letting in all these governmental controls, you're going to give up something.
You're giving up something.
Yeah.
And then the questions we have to come back and ask ourselves.
What are you giving up to get this?
What are you giving up?
What are you going to have to give up to get this?
I'm glad we got a fire department. Whatever portion of my taxes go to pay the fire department, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad we got roads. I'm glad we got cops. For all their faults, overall, there's more, it's a net positive. But how much more, would we be willing to give up if we knew we were going to get more? Not real sure what that more is at this point,
Me neither.
What if housing was subsidized by the government?
Then what are we giving up for this?
What are we giving up for this?
I think I said it last time we did a podcast.
There's a balance.
If you give somebody the power to feed you, you also give them the power to starve you.
That's right. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Plain and simple.
That's a good way to put it. And when you start talking about like universal basic income, it sounds like a fantastic idea. But again, now you're relying on the government tit for your very subsistence.
Yep.
And what happens when the government decides that you're no longer worthy?
And we all in the same boat, though.
And we're all in the same boat.
You no longer worthy. I'm keeping my mouth closed. I'm trying to stay off their radar as much as possible.
As much as possible. I don't know.
I'm not.
But those are the questions I ask about communism. Those are the questions I ask about communism.
I think in America we hear the word communism and we automatically think it's bad.
I do.
Obviously, it's working in China.
True.
It's working for them.
True.
I watch a lot of travel videos. People look just as happy in China as they do right here in America. With people traveling.
Interesting.
So, is it a propaganda thing that when we hear communism, we automatically think bad? I think when we hear communism, we also think of the atrocities that communists have committed.
Good point.
And we tie that to what the actual social, I guess.
And I think some of those countries
communism,
hear the propaganda about us and they think, how terrible is that system? I just
talked to someone about that.
Really?
Not long ago. Door-to-door salesman. He was selling books. He was from Lithuania.
Okay.
Like one of those Northern Europe countries. Blonde head, tall, white guy with blue eyes. Young guy, 19 years old.
Okay.
And I was asking, I say, so how do y'all view America from your point of view? And I'm still viewing it from the lens of a black and white thing. Like, do y'all see black people different in America than white people? And he was like, they don't really view it from a colors point of view. They view it from a societal, cultural point of view, as in Americans. They don't separate the black and the white.
Just Americans.
Just Americans. That's how they view it.
What color would you say this person was?
What you mean?
That you were talking to?
He's white.
He's white. Okay.
Yeah. White guy. About 6'1".
Okay. Yeah. I'm just curious.
You can tell he's from one of them
Lithuania.
Norwegian looking countries. When you see him.
Okay.
With a European accent.
Yeah.
Young guy, 19 years old.
And he said white or black doesn't matter to them. It's just America.
It's they see. So when they see America, they say, "Oh, you got guns. Y'all always killing each other. School shootings." We
are unique in school shootings
from a country's point of view, not a color point of view.
So then, did you ask him if you've got such a negative point, why are you here?
No, he never really said it was a negative point of view. He just said this is what we see when we turn on the news.
So. But he was here for what? Education, economic opportunities? What was he?
Internship.
Okay.
Young kid, just graduated high school and college, got a summer intern with this company selling books. And he just walked. I was outside washing the car. He walked over to me.
Just
and we
walked
started
over
talking.
trying to. Did you buy any books from him?
No, hell no. I think he knew that from the start. I'm not buying no books from you, but
I mean, if you're from another country,
he stood there and talk to me.
This is an avenue for you to meet people that are very different from you. You know, he gets
very,
walk around.
He said he never see black people in his country. He said,
really?
This the example. He said, if you in a crowd of 100 people, 99 of them is going to be black. I mean, white.
In Lithuania.
In his country. 99 of them out of 100. And then the other one there, if you do see a black person there, they there for either school or they pay sports. They there for sports or school. You know, one of those two reasons typically.
Be interesting to talk to that one black dude in Lithuania.
In his country.
See what they say.
Yeah, but he's like, we never see black people.
Wow.
Never.
Well, you know what though? In China, I bet you never see anything but Chinese people. I bet there's only one black dude in all of China. Maybe two. It may be two.
I never been shamed, but I would agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
When
you never see pictures.
I literally like watching Chinese travel. People. I watch a lot of travel vlogs.
Right.
People going all over.
Like you can go to China.
You never see black people in these other countries.
Yeah.
You never.
Got to go south of the
countries
equator.
like China and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You never see them.
A point to me in that is just that, you know, China especially, but even Japan. You know, a lot of countries are very. If you don't look like us, then you're not. You know, you're not part of us.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. I think sometimes we get hung up on our own problems, which we have them, of course. But it's like no other culture allows. Look at the Olympic teams. You see any Olympic team of ours, it's very diverse. You see an Olympic team from any other country, they all look the same. Like people from that country. Mm-hmm. They're all Chinese. They're all Japanese. They're all Korean. You don't see no white people on the Korean team.
European countries.
Some of the European countries
are other colors and races. But typically, one thing good about America, even if you made your money here in America and you play for America, we'll let you go back and play for your team. Your country. Even though we done established you in America, but we'll let you go back and play for France. Play for your country. Yeah. You know, that's one good thing about. I bet
one good thing about America.
Vice versa, you probably won't see that. No, we need you playing for us.
Yeah. But or else.
Keep your ass in America. Don't come back.
No, don't come back.
Don't come back.
That's terrible.
Thank you, bro. Mr. Producer Man just brought us out an orange and some water.
You know, don't we have the best producer?
Hey, we do, though.
We got the best producer.
We done digressed so much, Shane. We haven't even talked about your event.
No, we're talking about it now. You know, but all the things
we done digressed so much.
All these things are things I'm thinking about as I'm sitting there looking at these communist tents, and I got to walk past them every time I walk to where I'm parking. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing these guys. And of course, you know me. I want to get into a debate with them. But I don't have any time for that, and that's what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't want to do this. And this guy's wife she wanted to scrap with somebody.
She was looking for a scrap.
I think she was looking for a scrap. Yeah. And under other circumstances, it probably would have been fun.
Yeah.
But I got other things going on and this and that, so I only talked to him that one time. And dude said, well, basically better for the government to go ahead and do it now than I'm like, okay. I don't know where your head is, man, but you remind me of a dude I once talked to in Huntsville, Alabama.
Really?
I think you're both full of shit.
Wow.
Man, listen, we got there on Wednesday morning, got all our stuff unloaded, and right behind us is a porta potty.
Oh.
On the sidewalk.
I mean, that could be a good thing or bad
This is Wednesday morning, dude. And this porta potty smells like a dead dog next to...
the show ain't even kicked off.
Dude, it hasn't even kicked off. And when I say it was repugnant... But here's the thing. I'm thinking, okay, surely they're going to come and service this porta potty before the show, right? Negative. We get there Thursday morning, show to set up. This is the most repugnant, fucking vile, pungent...
Repulsive.
Repulsive. This was a vulgar odor, dude. Just emanating from this toilet was a vulgar odor. It was
intrusive.
Putrid. I mean, this was I can't even express to you.
No, we put the behind the veil voice.
The disgust of what came behind this ridiculously unkempt, just cesspool. This was the worst porta potty I've ever even been a part of.
That's saying a lot.
It was,
and this is
vile
Wednesday
and foul.
Coming Thursday morning.
This is Thursday morning. The show has started.
Just started.
Mr. Producer Man just has started, and this has been baking for a while.
That sounds like a porta potty you wouldn't even want to pee in.
I did pee in there because I had to. And I held my breath the whole time, and one time was enough. Next time I had to run my ass down the street to another place. It was, paint peeling kind of just vile. People coming up and down the street. Like, what in the fuck did y'all do? It's like, look, that ain't me.
That'll turn a lot of people away right there. Just the damn porta potty being there.
Long story short, we made a bunch of phone calls, a bunch of people complaining because anybody that was a vendor on the street was getting this. This was no joke, but it was literally 8 feet behind our booth. Just unbelievably. I never, dude. Look, when we got there on Friday, it had been removed.
Okay.
My nose was so infected with it. I smelled it all night.
They just had to remove it.
No, it was gone. I don't know where it was. They moved it to another spot. Jessica saw it somewhere.
Okay.
But they moved it to a spot where, look, it went right behind us. But I'm telling you, after all day Thursday of having that hit me on Friday, my olfactory senses were numb, dude. It was like having COVID, but from the stink of 1,000 street shits. It looked like the kind of place where
he's so elegant.
It looked like the kind of place
1,000 street shits.
Where a meth.
That's gonna be the name of this episode.
1,000 street shits.
1,000 street shits.
It looked like the place where a meth head would go. You smoke meth, right? They would go and sit on this porta potty and take a dump while they smoked meth in it. I just kind of feel, and it's been that way for like 2 months, and they forgot about it. It was vile. Oh, it was vile. That was really the worst part of the trip, man. And it was just
1,000 street shits.
It was horrible. But we made it through it. We persevered. Yep. And we had a good event. I mean, it was busy all day Thursday. Persevere or disappear. That's right.
And that porta potty disappeared.
We persevered on getting rid of that porta potty till it disappeared because it was, I couldn't. All right, so I forgot about this part.
Okay.
About halfway through Thursday, I'm like, I got to do something. So me and Madeline go for a walk, and there's a CVS pharmacy within walking distance. And I walked down to it and bought a half a gallon of bleach and went in there and poured it in that porta potty. And it helped for like a couple hours. And then the funk of the porta potty overwhelmed that half a gallon of bleach I poured in there and came back in force. Like, you try. Oh, that's cute right there. You pour bleach in me. Okay.
Came back with vengeance.
That's a powerful funk right there that a half a gallon of bleach just only puts a dent in it. Yeah, it was a rough time, man. It was a rough time. But we survived.
Uh-huh.
There was a lot of fine art at this event.
We'll survive. A
lot of paintings.
Did you see anyone you wanted to buy?
No, not really.
Okay.
There was a very Andy Warhol inspired artist that had some interesting pieces I thought were kind of cool, but nothing I'd want to put on my walls. There was one portrait of a guy that something about it kind of struck me, but yeah, no, nothing that really, but I didn't have a whole lot of time to be looking at artwork either. We were busy. Like one of us, if there were two of us in the booth, one was steady selling stuff, talking to customers.
Wow.
There was very, very little time when you didn't have a customer in your booth over the 3 days. It was 11 long hours. That'll get you after a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Madeline. No way I could have done it by myself with Madeline.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been real tough to do that show by yourself. It's 33 hours, set up and break down and, right in the middle of the city. I don't know.
So the show ended Saturday.
Rained
show was supposed to go till hours.
Yeah, it was supposed to go till 9 p.m. on Saturday, and we got rained out at 5 p.m. And we were still steady. We were having to turn customers away because the organizers were like, "No, you guys got to get packed up and gone," because yeah, we did turn some customers away, and it does hurt. We lost.
Even if you still had a good day, it still hurt.
Had a good day, had a good show, but boy, I would have liked to have had that last little pop. had a certain number in mind. And I think had we been open those last 4 hours, we would have hit that number. So we were just under our goal for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy about that. We'll definitely go back again.
Wow.
Weather was beautiful. Got a little windy that last night, and we just as we're leaving, we got a little bit of light rain on us. But I think that's all the rain that happened was just that little bit of light rain.
But that was enough for the organizer to say, we're done.
Well, and the radar was looking, real iffy, like it was going to get bad winds. It could have been different. And you got to figure this is at least 1,000 vendors. This thing is humongous. I can't even, you don't even really get the scale until you're there looking at it, like all the way down the street.
How was it packing out of there?
Simple and smooth.
Okay.
Although, had a little fun.
Okay. Do tell.
So you know me. I'm the kind of person that talks to the organizers. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, so one thing they did have up there, roaming the streets, not doing so much roaming. They stayed within a pretty small area, but they had like a 5 or 6 man SWAT team, fully armed, suppressed ARs and everything, like the whole deal.
You think these local police?
Local SWAT. Said
local
SWAT on
the local guys. Okay.
Yeah. From Ann Arbor SWAT team.
Moonlighting or something for the
just making sure
or whatever.
Making sure everything is good. I'm like, man, at what point in time are you going to need ARs, guys? But one of the days while we were there, what was that guy that drove up into DC with 100 propane tanks in his van or something like that? And so. They provided a presence, that's for sure.
Okay.
I went over and thanked them for their help too, and they were very nice, but they were also real serious. They had they were ready. But so pack out. I've already spoken to the people that are in charge of my area. I've already made friends with them. What's up, man? How you doing? Not necessarily names, but you get that little rapport built up. What's it looking like? Oh yeah, you need anything? I got extra water back here. Whatever it is, I'm going the extra mile because I want to be welcome to come back, and I want people to remember me, So I'd already spoke to this guy, and then I went back over again. I said, I got all my stuff packed up. You're supposed to get a pass, before you can go get your vehicle and pull it into the place. Somebody from the organization has to see your stuff packed up and ready to go. Then they give you a pass. You come in, you load up your vehicle, and you get out. So you get in and out faster, which I like that method. So I'd already talked to the guy. He told me as soon as they got passes, he'd get me in and out of there, So next thing you know, we've got everything packed up. I'm ready to go. I go speak to him. I say, hey, listen, I know they don't have the barricades from the streets. They got the streets closed off, I see the barricades are still there, but what if I just kind of pulled my van over to the side? He kind of laughed at me a little bit. He says, man, I don't control the streets. You can do whatever you want to do, but we're finna open these barriers in about 5 minutes. I said, okay. So I went to the parking garage, retrieved my van. By the time I drive back over there, right in front of the barrier, somebody else has had the same idea. He's got
y'all one of the first people in.
He's going to be the first person in because he's already pulled right up to where they're going to open the barricades. And you can see they got folks on the barricades waiting for the cops they got to wait for the cops to say pull the barricades.
Okay.
So anyways, I pull up behind this guy. He's got a Hummer and a trailer. I pull up behind him. Apparently I'm blocking a parking deck entrance, and the parking attendant comes over and she tells me to go move up where I'd be parked next to where this guy in the Hummer is, and I'd be facing the barrier myself, so we'll be right there neck and neck, right? So I do that, and I pull up there, and as I do, I got my windows up because I got the AC on, right? As I do, I hear somebody hollering. I pull down the window. It's this guy in the Hummer hollering at me. Hey, you can't park there. Like, what? It took me a minute to understand what was going on. It's just the guy in the Hummer. He's not part of the team or whatever. Talking about how you can't park there or whatever.
But I guess you parked there.
I'm already parked there.
But
but he's parked there. Oh, yeah. Well, his point is
there.
He wants me to be behind him. So I'm trying to be cool to the guy, right? I'm like, hey, the parking attendant told me to park here. I'm not trying to cut in front of you. You'll be first.
I'm going to still allow you to go in first. Yeah.
I'll pull in behind you, right? No big deal. He's still mouthing off, yeah, right? So for whatever reason, I get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I said that like it's some kind of a thing. I got out of my van.
He's
is what it was.
Whoop his ass.
No, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad. At this time, he's just being a Karen.
I'm just instigating right now.
And I'm trying to explain to him, no, I'm not fixed to cut in front of you. Alone in the dark.
Reacher says nothing.
Reacher said nothing.
Reacher said nothing.
So I go over to the guy's window. I try to explain this to him.
Okay.
And he's still yeah.
Oh,
right?
man. I would have like, dude, let it go. I'm not moving my van.
So finally, I said, hey, are you the one in charge here? Well, I'm not in charge, but you're supposed to be by me. Then mind your own damn business.
Boom.
So that's when he gives me the bird and says, go fuck yourself. And he starts rolling his window up. So I start beating on his window with my wedding ring as he rolls it up, just to piss him off, right?
Uh-huh.
So now I'm still not even pissed. Because here's the thing.
You fucking with him now.
Now I'm fucking with him because he's taking this to a level like, I'm more than happy to be right behind you, dude. Mm-hmm. My stuff I can see my stuff. It's right there.
Teacher says nothing.
So here's the thing. I get back in the van. I turn the music back on.
Okay.
The dude that's in charge of letting people in and out walks over with his pad of passes, right?
Uh-huh.
And he hands me a pass, and he says, here, I know you're going to have all your stuff. Just fill it out real quick and give it back to me, and we'll let you go in.
Oh.
So he hands it to me in a Sharpie, stands right there. We bullshit while I fill it out and everything. I hand it back to him. He turns to the guys on the barricade and goes, this guy's cool. Let him come in.
Let him on in.
So they open up the barricade on my side.
Hummer's still sitting there.
Hummer is still sitting there.
Oh, he's
They're
filming.
like, come in. So I
That's
pull
what
on
you get
in.
for being an asshole.
That's what you get for being an asshole, right?
Yep.
So check this out. No, you're going to love this, though. Man.
Okay.
So I pull up to the street, and I pull over on the side where our stuff is and open up the doors of the van. I'm well out of the way, very courteous. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get past me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So just as I get pulled up there where I feel like I'm out of the way enough, they've let Hummer guy in, and he comes riding right beside me. He's 2 feet away from me, and he's got his window down, and I see him leaning over at me like he's going to say something to me as I'm already parked right there, and you know what I did? I leaned my head out the window as far as I could toward his Hummer, and I said, "Roll Tide, bitch!"
Before you can get a word out, roll Tide.
Before he can say anything, I said, "Roll Tide, bitch!" as loud as I could.
Oh, roll Tide,
bitch! That was so damn funny. So look, then as I'm leaving,
oh man,
he's on the left. I've got all my stuff loaded up. I'm ready to go. I'm exiting the premises. He's on my left in the back of the trailer, pulling some heavy stuff up and picking it up and carrying it into
So he's on your driver's side.
He's on my driver's side.
Okay.
Loading up his trailer and everything. And I see him look up, and I see him see me. We made that eye contact. And then I see him look down and try and turn his head like he ain't going to say anything. You know, he's already lost it. And so as I roll by, again, I lean out the window and I said, "Roll Tide!" Ha, ha, ha. Madeline is in her car seat next to me in the van. She was playing with her little laptop, but as I did that, she looked up and went, I'm like, that's my girl right there. She's laughing at it too.
Hey.
Oh, it made my night though, man.
My mom always told me, don't write a check, your ass can't cash.
And I'm trying to be nice to the guy. I was doing my very best to be nice to the guy. And
don't start that you can't finish.
You know, yep.
That's what he gets.
That was a fun little, that was a fun little way to end it.
That was a fun little way to end it.
And we loaded up and headed back to the hotel, got there earlier than we thought, and picked up some, oh man, Jessica's mom makes a spread of some kind. I don't want to say anything about it because I haven't even tried it, and you'll know why in a minute. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm sure it's probably delicious, but she uses pickled bologna. You like pickled bologna?
I don't think I ever had pickled bologna. I don't think I have, Shane. I like bologna.
I'm not a big bologna fan anyways.
But I don't think I ever had pickled bologna.
I can handle fried bologna if I need to.
Oh, most definitely.
But pickled bologna is, it's one of those things, not everybody likes asparagus. It is what it is, but I do not like pickled bologna. And she makes
I don't think I would
And here's the thing, man. I like an olive loaf.
Pickle anything but a pickle.
Pickles, yeah. Pickled vegetables of any kind I'm good with. I like pickled vegetables of any kind. But anyways, we got her some pickled bologna so she can make this cool spread she makes. And then had an easy evening.
Thank you.
So we're in the hotel room. We're packed up. Everything is good.
Saturday night.
This is Saturday night.
Okay.
And I'm thinking
got to Saturday.
I'm thinking about driving home. And I realize we go through Cincinnati.
Okay.
Cincinnati has two big attractions. One of them is Kings Island Amusement Park.
Okay.
Big amusement park. But another one is the Cincinnati Zoo. Always a good zoo. Been there many times over the years, just for one reason or another. So I'm thinking, well, we got to ride right through Cincinnati anyways. Why don't we go to the zoo? Take Madeline to the zoo. That'll be a lot of fun, right? So then I'm thinking, I don't want to go down there 5 hours, go to the zoo all day, hot, whatever, and then drive another 5 hours back into Huntsville. I'm going to be wiped out. I'm old, and, part of the privilege of being old is planning, how uncomfortable you're going to be. So anyways, yada, yada, yada. I asked Jessica, why don't you look and find us a hotel room in Cincinnati?
Okay.
Because I heard her looked up zoo tickets, and I knew we could get in with parking and everything for less than $100. I'm like, okay, well, that's not really bad. Like $75 with parking and everything. Like, okay,
for
that's
a
not
family
really,
of 3. That's not bad.
That's not really bad. Nope. That's not really bad. So, so the best hotel we can find, other than being way out of town, which we didn't want to be, like $160.
Okay.
So now I'm like, dang, man, now it's going to be like $250 between the hotel and getting, probably like $250 just to walk in, and we hadn't even had any dinner. Do I want to spend that $250 just when she's probably not even going to remember this trip to the zoo? She's 2, barely. But you know what made me go? I could hear you in the back of my head.
You go, brother.
You said, "Get the shirt, Shane.
Get the shirt,
Get
Shane.
the shirt.
Get the shirt, man."
Never going to have that opportunity ever again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I just remember thinking, you know what? Yeah, it's a couple $100 that I didn't really want to spend. So we
get the shirt.
So we got the shirt. Yeah.
Now, this is into Sunday. So we're still Saturday.
Well, this is Saturday night when we're planning
when y'all
on that.
stopped in Cincinnati.
Yeah, so
Saturday
we stopped
night.
in Cincinnati.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. Saturday night, we're still in Ann Arbor.
So
we booked our hotel up there through Saturday night.
Okay.
Because the show was supposed to go till 9. But either way, I wasn't going to do the show all day and then drive overnight all night.
So Sunday, we made it to Cincinnati.
So Sunday morning, we got up and had a leisurely breakfast at the surprisingly good breakfast in this hotel. It was a good, we got up and had waffles and, sausage and eggs and what have you. And then drove into Cincinnati and got there probably around 3 p.m., I guess, something like that. And we stayed downtown in Cincinnati, right on the university. Matter of fact, I can't remember what they call it in Cincinnati. Whatever the university in Cincinnati is, the Bearcats is their mascot. But we were right there. I mean, we walked to the foot. We could have walked down on the field of their football stadium.
Okay.
There wasn't even a chain across it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We usually go to Cincinnati at least once a year.
So you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's like a bowl. The football field is.
Cynthia's parents live in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Cynthia's mom is in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. So you know the city.
And her brother,
yeah. Didn't get any Skyline chili. We were kind of in and out. I wanted to get some Skyline for Jessica, but Madeline was having a hard day by the time Monday rolled around. So we got in Sunday afternoon, made it an easy day, rode the elevator up and down,
up and down. She's been out there with y'all the whole time of the show,
she hadn't
traveling,
slept in her, she hadn't slept in her bed, and she hadn't been sleeping as well because we just put her in the bed between us. Just get a king-size room and put her in the bed between us.
Correct.
But then when she rolls over and feels one of us, she wants to wake up and climb on us or whatever. As opposed to at home, she sleeps in her own bed, and she sleeps through the night most of the time. So anyways, a lot of stimulation. Time we go Monday to the zoo, she was having a tough time of it. We should have packed snacks better than we did. That was one part of it. It'd been a long week, but we saw cool stuff. She was fascinated by the alligator. They had an alligator that you could get, pretty close to.
Like a 12-footer?
No, he was a little one, man. He was probably 7 or 8 foot.
Okay, a little bit old there.
Yeah.
I want to see a 15, 12, 15
Yeah.
A monster.
Like, I didn't want to get bitten by him, but I don't think I would have died. I'd have been like, God dang, this alligator just bit me.
Yeah, bit the shit out.
Shit, hurts like hell.
Death rode you.
Yeah, he'd probably get a couple of toes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll take a toe.
No, I think I got him on the death roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to be in deep water with him now. Deep water, he'll probably get me.
Yeah.
But if I can get my feet on the ground, it's going to be a tough day, bro. It's going to be a tough day.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, the giraffes were cool because they had where you were standing was kind of eye level with them. And the giraffe walked up as close from me to you.
Could you feed them?
You could. You had to pay money to go in this line and feed them. And I'm not giving you $5 so I can maybe they either come over and get it from you or don't. I see little kids holding out this lettuce or whatever, and the giraffe just walks away, and the little kid's pissed off. But yeah, we saw the lions and the orangutans and
lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Didn't see any bears. We saw hippopotamuses. I never saw a hippopotamus for real before.
Hippopotamus kill more people than any animal.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Year to year, on average, hippopotamus kill a lot of people.
A lot of people.
For year to year.
You wouldn't think.
On average,
you don't
compared
mess with
to
hippo.
other animals, yeah.
Okay.
Hippos, they say they're mean.
These ones were just lazy, laying in the water. But who knows?
You think they lazy?
Yeah. Till you get up in there.
Required to run 30 mile an hour. You
can they really?
I bet.
I thought they got most of them in the water. I don't know. I don't know much about hippos.
Probably can run 30 mile an hour. You probably go outrun it. Oh.
That's fast, 30 mile an hour.
30 mile an hour, yeah, that's
fast.
You say don't even run 30 mile an hour.
I was fixing to say, yeah. I don't know about all that.
God,
I can't do that. You ever seen
we haven't
a
been to a zoo in a long time. I want to go.
We hadn't been in forever.
I want to take Enzo because Enzo like animals.
I think Madeline had more fun climbing on the rock walls they had through there. It's a zoo and botanical gardens, which is next time you go to Cincinnati, that's where you'll you ought to go there.
To the Cincinnati Zoo.
It's like when you go between exhibits, it's like you're walking through a path that's all flowers and good looking. It's nice.
Well
kept
nice. Zoo.
Nice zoo. Very well kept. Yeah, it's nice. And we probably saw a third of it. And we were there 3.5 hours.
Big ass zoo.
It's big. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to get there early.
You could make a day of it.
And make a whole day out of it.
Yeah, you could make a whole day of it. Yeah, you could definitely make a day of it. They got elephants. They got and it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just what I'll say.
Cincinnati
it's nice,
Zoo.
Yeah, it's Cincinnati Zoo. I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we gotta check that out next time.
It was a good time, and it was
a trip to
I want to say $27 for an adult ticket, and this is just regular walk up to the window prices. You can get Kroger discount tickets and different things. I was just like, you know what? Let's just go buy no big deal. $27 a ticket for an adult and like $10 to park. It was very reasonably priced.
That's not bad at all.
No, And kids under 3 were free.
Mm-hmm.
So, all in all, it was a heck of a day. It was a good one.
Okay.
And then we left out from the zoo, drove home to Huntsville.
Headed back this way.
Yep. Next stop, Huntsville, Alabama, Rocket City, USA.
Wow.
Here we come.
Monday
evening. Yeah, we got in
Monday evening.
We got in probably 8:00, 8:30, something like that.
That's a hell of a trip.
Yeah, kind of a whirlwind.
Quick trip
in and out for the distance that it was. Yeah. But things went good. Van rode good. That's my main worry.
The van,
van rode good.
No
used a half a quart of oil. That was it. Half a quart of oil. That's a 1994. Yeah, ran smooth.
Damn.
Yep. All in all, a positive trip.
I'm glad you got the shirt.
Got the shirt. Well, if I'd have found a cool shirt at the zoo, I would have got it to just
remind me that I got the shirt.
Got the shirt.
Get the shirt. That's amazing.
But yeah, it was a fun trip. That's tough. 11 hours per day, 3 days in a row with a 2-year-old. Madeline was fantastic. Now, she had plenty of time to run around, see different things, check out everything. It was fun to watch her in crowds. She's got no fear. Well, you've seen her.
Yeah, I've seen her.
She's got no fear. She wants to know you're back there somewhere, but she will just go and expect you to follow. So obviously we had eyes on her.
Really keep keep good tabs on her. This ain't Mid-City.
No, this ain't Mid-City.
This ain't Mid-City, baby.
And even at Mid-City, I generally, if I don't have eyes on her, I know Jessica does.
Correct.
I'm always, same as you do with Enzo, and you don't have to do that with Leilani anymore.
No, not at all.
She can have autonomy. She's been big enough for that for a while, but Enzo and then soon to come Ezra.
Man.
Dude, keeping eyes on both of them at the same time. When Ezra starts walking,
he's already ready.
And Enzo goes over like,
jumping at the bit to walk.
Come here, man.
8 months, he's already trying to
let me show you
get around.
Let me show you this secret way right here. Daddy won't even see
He's going to be one of those 10-month walkers.
Oh, for sure.
I guarantee he's going to be walking at 10 months.
He'll be walking early.
Yeah, he will.
Enzo
went about a year.
Okay.
To walk. Enzo liked to be held. He's the only baby. He got me, his mom, and his brother and sister. We all holding him.
Yeah.
But Ezra's looking at Enzo like, damn, I want to get out. I want to play.
It's going to be interesting to see the difference in their personalities.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to
be
fun
already
to watch.
A big difference. Enzo.
Ezra's very studious.
He is.
He's kind of just sitting back and watching what's going on. It's like
very observant.
I'll make my move when I want to,
and he likes me.
And he likes you,
Enzo.
That's a mama's boy.
Enzo is a mama's boy, and he's just like me. Enzo's like my carbon copy.
Yep, I agree with that.
He really is. I mean, down to his toes.
So would you call yourself a mama's boy?
No.
No?
I wasn't a mama's boy.
Okay.
My mama didn't allow me to be a If I had a mama like Cynthia, I probably would have been a mama boy.
Okay.
Yeah, Cynthia is amazing.
Shout out Cynthia.
Shout out Cynthia Darden. Compared to and I'm not saying nothing bad about my mom because I was thinking about her the other day. You know, my mom's been dead for 18 years now.
18 years. Wow.
18 years. She died in 2007.
What happened?
March 7th? March 12th, 2007.
How did she pass?
Murdered.
Really?
Yeah. I would joke about this shit. I know.
Why have we never talked about this before?
It just never came up. But I was thinking about my mom the other day because for some reason I was hearing something about teenage pregnancies or something like that.
Right.
And how I was thinking like, man, my mom could have easily aborted me. Like I think I'm kind of lucky to be here. Not saying she was the best mom, but she wasn't the worst mom. She could have got rid of my ass. She had to get pregnant with me at 14 because she had me at 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have. So in the end of her,
she had to get pregnant with me the end of her being 14 because she was still like 4 months out from being 16 when she had me. And
that's tough.
Yeah, she could have easily got rid of me.
Sure.
Easily. In the 80s.
Oh yeah, that
probably would have been the easiest thing to do.
Probably would have been the easiest thing to do.
And I was like, I'm just giving her credit just for having me.
Sure.
At that age, I mean, she was a kid,
right?
So how much can you expect? And then I was thinking she wasn't that much older than what Leilani is when she had me.
Wow.
Than my daughter.
You're right though.
And I was like, I can't imagine my daughter having a kid.
Wow.
Even in the next 5 years. No,
yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, just amazing, So I thank my mom for that. But we pretty much grew up together, we live with my grandma, so I spent a lot of time with grandma too, So grandma, mom, she was young, so my mom liked to go out, party. Sure. She was a kid,
Sure.
She wanted to try to live her life too. So, but I was just, she's been gone long enough to where I don't get too emotional about talking about her or about the situation with her not being here. It's been 18 years. Like I said, it's been since 2007. And the last conversation I had with my mom, which I remember vividly. You remember those last conversations with people, like with my mom, my grandma, right before they passed. And she passed away Mother's Day morning. So that's another easiest way to remember. But I talked to her that Saturday. Mother's Day is always on a Sunday. I talked to her earlier that Saturday, and she was in some store. And last conversation I had with her, she asked me for some money for Mother's Day.
Wow.
And I just told her I'll see what I can do. And that was like the last words I said to my mom. I'll see what I could do when she asked me for some money for Mother's Day, which I was gonna get her some money for Mother's Day. I'll see what I can do. And she handed the phone back to Cynthia. I think Cynthia was with her at the time.
Okay.
Because Cynthia was either pregnant with Q or just had Q, my oldest son.
And the next day she was gone.
I get a call 4 o'clock in the morning from my grandmother's husband. So we can say my granddad.
Okay.
Not biologically, but that's who I knew. Yeah. Okay. And he never called me in my life. I'm 21, 22 at the time. Never received a call from him, ever.
Wow. So, and at 4 o'clock in the morning,
4 o'clock
you
in
knew
the morning,
something was going on.
Not really. I was happy to hear from him. Yeah. I'm still young. I don't know that when you get calls like this, is something going on.
Right.
I never experienced this before.
And you probably,
So I pick up the phone. I mean, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, he called me Bo. He said, "Hey, Bo, your mama gone." That's all he said. I'm like, hey, I'm still a little jolly, happy to hear from him. But hey, your mama gone, Bo. And he just went silent. Then I knew what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm. How old were you? 2007?
22. Just turned 22. 2007, just turned 22. Yeah. And it felt like that silence lasted forever, but it's probably only lasted 45 seconds.
If that.
And I was in the military at the time. I was gone, I wasn't home.
Oh, okay.
So I had to contact commanders and all that. Like, I gotta go. So they made emergency arrangements for me. They got me a free plane ticket through Red Cross.
Nice.
Which was, I mean, looking back, that was cool. I didn't have to buy a plane ticket. Red Cross covered my plane ticket. I ended up getting laid over in Dallas. And just so happened, Cynthia's stepmom was in Dallas at the time because she was an assistant preacher at a church there.
Okay.
And so I stayed with her for like a day. She came and picked me up. And then the next day I got my flight over to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
And then I was the beneficiary of my mom. She wasn't married, so I was her beneficiary. So I had to make all the arrangements.
Wow.
And so
funeral arrangements
and all that.
Whatever legal things have to be handled.
Sure, before my life.
Yeah.
So I'm learning on the fly, really. And got other people my ears, and stuff like that. And my mom had, looking back, I'm like, I could have done a little bit thing. I put a little bit more trust in people. You think it's your family. Like my mom had plenty of jewelry, stuff like that. Stuff of value. And you're not thinking about nothing of value at the time.
Sure.
That's the last thing on my mind. So little stuff like that, you kind of let other people handle. So they go over to my mom's house, they clean it out, whatever. Stuff I knew she had, earrings, jewelry that I probably bought her that. I was like, man, where's all this stuff at? And you ask the people, they was like, what jewelry? What are you talking about? Like, my mom was pretty fly. I know she had this stuff. So it's just gone. All of a sudden, you were supposed to be taking care of all that. Where is it all this stuff at? I put trust in you to go get this stuff for me. Where is it at? So it was a learning lesson in that. So. But, yeah, that's my...
Another layer of the onion.
Another layer of the... That's why I ended up having to raise my younger sister, the one you met.
Right.
That's why I ended up getting custody of her.
Things come full circle.
At a young age because of that. Yeah. My other sister, the one closest to me, she had recently... No, she was still in high school, but she went to go live with her dad. My youngest sister, they... Before you could take custody of a child, they got to reach out to the biological parent.
Sure, makes sense.
The biological parent always get first dibs. Basically.
Yeah.
And he didn't respond. So that made that process easier right there with me getting my younger sister.
So he has a certain amount of time to respond. If he doesn't, then it's... a certain amount of time
to respond. So like when my mom first passed away, my younger sister went and lived with my auntie for like 2 or 3 years.
I remember you told me that, yeah.
And then I was like, I was finally on my feet enough to where I can get her. Because when it initially happened, I was still living in the military dorm rooms.
Right.
I had no place to take a kid, you know.
Single enlisted man quarters or whatever. Yeah, that's like a hotel room.
Years go by. I done got my place established. I got my family here. We got extra room. Okay, auntie, I'm ready to get my sister now.
Right.
Which was always the plan.
Okay, I was going to say, was that a problem?
Yeah, that was always the plan. Hey, let me get established. Yeah, you can take her now. When I get established, I'm going to send for her. I don't know when that day may be, but I'm going to do my best to make it as soon as possible. So, with that being said, my auntie was getting an SSI check from her, from my little sister. So, she didn't want to release that custody.
Oh, see, there you go. That's what I was going to ask.
So, now it's like, now we got another wrench in the whole thing. So now I pretty much got to threaten my auntie
to take her to court,
basically to get custody of my little sister. I'm like, look,
that's messed up.
Then as I'm going through my mom things, being a beneficiary, I'm starting to get access to her accounts and stuff.
Right.
I get access to her accounts. I can see my auntie done wrote checks. The bank is showing me all this because I'm the beneficiary to this. I got the death certificate, everything. Oh. I was like, how did my mom make a withdrawal when she was dead? On these days, they telling me this. Oh, well, we could give you copies of whatever. So I'm seeing all these checks. Done withdrew all the money out of all my mom's accounts. She was the one that went and got all the stuff, the jewelry and stuff. I'm blasting her right now because this is true. I'm setting the record straight. I'm not saying nothing that's not true. This is what you done. This is what you did. So,
wow.
I won't give your name out there, but this is what you did to us. And now I'm coming to get my sister. So I'm like, you know what? I'll forget about all the checks you written, all the illegal checks.
So she wasn't on the account. She was forging her name.
She was forging it because she had her checkbook. She had all this stuff.
Right.
She was the one that went and cleaned
jail.
out her room and stuff.
That's jail time.
So this why I had to.
Wow.
I pretty much had to blackmail her. Like, look, I'll forego anything you've done in the past that's illegal. Just give me my sister. And that's how I got my sister.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise,
without the fight. So I had to go that route to do it though.
That's messed up.
And this is family. This is my mom.
Do you have a relationship with her now?
This is my mom's younger sister. No. We friends on Facebook. Friends on Facebook. That's about it. So that's the story. And I never told that story out loud about my auntie part. You know, my mom part, you know, I'm willing to share that with people, you know, and just to encourage people that it's going to get easier with time. You know, time kind of heals a lot of wounds.
Time heals wounds.
It really does. It took me about 3 years. You know, you go through phases. You go through the
that'd be
regret.
That'd be tough.
I should have done more, or I should have done this, or should have done that. Then you go through the anger. And once the anger resides, then you feel better.
Would you say find peace?
You almost have to. Because, I mean, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Life goes on.
Life goes on.
It does. And it's hard to tell people that. Life goes on. You know.
It's going to go on when we're gone.
It's going to go on when I'm gone.
Yep.
It goes on. So either you can hold on to that in the past, or you could just let that memory live on in you and move forward, you know.
That sounds like words of wisdom from Q the Messenger.
I don't know. You know,
what do you think, man? Should we let that marinate?
We could. What we at on time?
Way past 2.
Really?
Pull it up, Mr. Producer, would you? He's already got bored with it. We got to go.
We got to go. Is that it? Is that the episode? I know that's kind of a gloomy way to leave.
I don't think that's gloomy because we all have to
end the damn episode, you know. But.
We all have to deal with loss.
Oh, yes.
At some point in our lives, we all have to deal with loss. And to recognize that life goes on doesn't trivialize that loss. You know, I don't believe in meant to be, and I don't believe in fate. I think things just happen. I don't know that there's some kind of grand scheme where somebody's pulling the strings and making things happen for a reason. But whether there is or whether there isn't, we can't change the fact that things happen.
No.
And
you can't.
There you go. I got a poem for you.
Okay.
Robert Frost. Nothing gold can stay. Ready? Shit, now I forgot the poem.
Nothing gold can stay. All that glitters ain't gold.
I can't. If I had the first half of a line, now I can't remember the poem. Nothing gold can stay.
Nothing gold can stay.
Thank you. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank with grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay.
That's good.
It's Robert Frost.
Robert Frost. That's good, bro. I think this was a damn good show. Good way.
Damn good show.
Good place to end it.
This has been Vendor Chronicles. Peace.